Hey guys, it's Aiden Taps ASMR, and I know my camera's flipped upside down. I'm gonna try and fix the video. If it doesn't work, I don't know what to do, but this was the best I could do. Such short notice, and I tried. There's like no good way to style my hair today. I'm also going to take a sip of my coffee. Leo, loyal and bossy, but strong and brave like the lion. Very accurate. You can see my coffee, I spilled it. Oh no. It's okay. My pants are waterproof. Crazy enough. So I'm gonna read from the Satanic Bible. Well, not the Satanic Bible, but the Devil's Notebook. And I know I said I wasn't gonna do ASMR content for a while, but I have decided. It didn't work. Sorry. I know I said that I wasn't gonna do ASMR related satanic content for a while, but honestly, you only live once unless you're me, who got to live twice. And in many past lives, probably 1 billion times. So, for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Aiden, A-I-D-E-N. I'm aware. Bad teeth. I smoke cigarettes. What do you expect? I've been smoking cigarettes for a long time though, so what do you expect? I also drink a lot of coffee, more than I should. But anyway, I'm 25. I'm female to male. I'm been binding for about 2 years now, 1.5 years. And that's about just an update on my journey to become me, bro. Okay. But that's just an update on my journey, like, of me becoming who I really am, which is a man. And for those of you who have ever misgendered me or questioned why I want to change or anything like that, it's okay to have your beliefs, because I have mine too. And you know what? It's in the occult section. Should be in a different section, to be honest. Should be in philosophy. Just in my opinion. But then again, I'm not a librarian. My mom is, but I don't know where she's at, so got no boobies to do anything with, because it's binding shit. Also, just gonna say, I haven't worn this sweatshirt in any of my videos in a long time. The zipper is broken, obviously, but it says "Don't open, dead inside," and it's got The Walking Dead on it. So anyway, let me get to reading. And I'm sorry it's upside down. I'm gonna try and flip the video if I can. If I can't, then we'll just have to deal. Alright, here we go. A medicine for melancholy, or how to avoid the DBGs? I think that's what it says. How to avoid the DBGs. I'm not sure. But I know it's upside down and backwards, but I was never really one to know how to read the font specifically. There's something falling. That one. Will it Well, I tried. Okay. Shh. Sorry. At no time in Western civilization has man accepted so willingly contrivances calculated to weaken and destroy him. Many persons have found these years, as we approach the superstitious dread of the coming millennium, to be the most tumultuous period of their lives. Upheaval, depression, delusionment, paranoia, anguish, anxiety, illness, and every other sort of malice imaginable. Yeats's poem, The Second Coming, expresses the social climate well. Surely an explanation, or at least speculation, is in order. Let's examine some ingredients. No overseas war is in progress which involves Americans on a personal level, patriotic or otherwise. There is no universal enemy to occupy the minds and emotions of society. Hence, enemies, threats, and other problems must emerge from a diversity of sources which are timely and easily relatable. Media reinforcement of fears and anxieties is at an all-time zenith. Primetime TV dispenses suspense and crisis, either real newscasts or by fictional or documentary features and series. This is considered entertainment, not demoralization. If complaints are voiced that streets are unsafe to stroll, surfs unsafe for swimming, and even grazing glade unsafe for cows, in parentheses and quotation marks, satanic cattle mutilation, where can one expose his or her puny human form? In the safety of an automobile? Perhaps. But what of the subliminal demoralization coupled with a sense of false security that mandatory safety devices provide? Despite rapid and radical advances in medicine, why are more people sick? Emphasis on prompt detection of certain symptoms is supposed to prevent serious illness. With everyone listening for... Gotta flip the next page. With everyone listening for internal gurgles, feeling for lumps, and pondering each pain, hypersensitivity cannot be avoided. Does the consuming concern for diet and exercise make for healthier living than sitting in the car and gobbling Big Macs? Which takes a greater toll? Fear of the effects of preservatives, chemical pumped chicken, mercury-saturated fish, or the foods themselves? If you are a law-abiding citizen who is concerned about the safety of your home and family, you are made to feel like a criminal if you own a gun and are henceforth categorized as a crazed gunman with a Saturday night special. Though you know you are responsible and conscientious, you are demoralized into stigmatization nonetheless. In bygone days, before you were demoralized by static cling, it was halitosis or BO, or unsightly snaps, or non-sanforized gaposis. How easy it would be if one needed only to fret over such trivial social ostracisms. Now, in addition to ring around the collar, you are confronted by threats to your immune system, germ warfare, telephone bugging, new cancer viruses, conspiratorial politicians acting as decoys for the real rulers, governmental breakdown, danger in the streets, on the freeways, at the beach, rising costs of food, gasoline, higher taxes, and the unknown. Is another world watching? Are UFOs about to land in your front yard? And to the good threat of Satanism is still fine scare copy. How to immunize yourself against the great DP, demoralization process, which is inexorably reaching its plateau. 1. Recognize it for what it is, a collective phenomenon. self-perpetrating according to the Malthusian law, the separation of the strong from the weak, the reactors from the perceivers. Norbert Wiener, that is like the third time this week I've said that last name wrong. Norbert Wiener would be delighted at current examples of human thermostats and their behavior. Never before has man been so controllable and easily programmed, while foolishly considering himself more sophisticated than at any time in his development. Avoid popular amusements. Take a lesson from the ostrich, whose head in the sand attitude has been universally ridiculed. If timeless is an essential ingredient of demoralization, essentialism is a perfect vehicle. Live for today, don't think about the past or the future, has been misapplied to dwell on today. We must all respond to imminent situations. We either benefit from, cope with, or succumb to them. But don't go out of your way to encounter any potential problem or worry need not. Don't socialize with those who do either. They'll bring you down. TV is not the entertainment medium it is assumed to be. Newspapers and periodicals aren't either. Pop music is concerned music, with lyrics and harmonies unconsciously gauged to the now or gauged. I sometimes pronounce that word wrong. Films, plays, and are simply variants of the TV fare. Even the clothes on your back integrate you into the herd unconsciously. If they are stylish, stop and consider if whatever you buy, see, listen to, or do is popular. If it is programmed, and like it or not, so are you. Does all this imply that you stop all activity just because it's popular? You figure that one out. It should come easily to a Satanist. So I'm going to stop the video there because I only have 6 minutes. And there seems to be... Actually, I think I can go on for a little bit longer if I quicken it up, because I don't have that much left. So I'm going to read real fast for the next 3 minutes, and then if it just cuts off, I'm sorry, I'll try and go back to where it cut off. Let's go. 3. Break out of the DP time-space warp by realistically and minimally dealing with the present and dwelling on the past and future. If you need to play out the intrigue or crisis game, look back on past scandals and outrages. Patronize which is out of vogue or not yet in vogue. Seek out persons who are not harbingers or present wars. Discover and share pastimes unrelated to current phobias. Surround yourself with reminders of another social climate and contemplate them as you would a crystal ball. This trend towards nostalgia is an understandable rebellion against the DPs. Its only flaw is that it has become too fashionable and only softens the impact of hardcore downers which occupy prime time in our present lives. Reflect instead upon personally gratifying things and situations rather than those labeled nostalgia or collector's edition. Yes, I realize how tough things have been for many of you this year. For in any such softening up process, very few are unaffected. Out of the chaos, the rough beast which slouches towards Bethlehem to be born in the year 1 is learning to stand, to walk anew, and his footfalls are creating random upheaval. The 10th key has manifested itself in the rolling thunder, which has darkened the sky for Satanist and non-Satanist alike. It is for Satanists to know the whys and wherefores of their sorrows, and realizing that, like all their kin, Cain, Prometheus, Orpheus, Frankenstein, we are in part or in whole responsible for our own problems and those of multitudes. An overview is essential to survival, and what has been sown will soon be reaped. The roses in the garden of east of Eden will have thorns. Whatever the blossom, whatever the harvest, The future belongs to us. Reggae Santanas.